I mean, do you say congrats to somebody at this juncture? Is that what you say, or because I mean, longevity definitely is something that matters in your business, Rich?
Yeah, no doubt. I think in anything, in all walks of life, it's just the passion that you have for what you're doing, whether that's baseball or whether that is, anything that we do, in this walk of that we're all going through. So, for me, fortunately, I've found it early in my life, and when I was a little kid, and this is what I wanted to do. And I was fortunate enough to have the talent and work on it and continue to, put in the time and the effort to make it, a reality.
And it's not like you were sitting at home on the couch either, Rich, and the Royals needed an emergency and broke glass here. You know what I mean? Like, you were in the minors at age 45, Rich. Like, why are you doing it still? You know?
I mean, I love it, and that's obviously the probably the cliche short answer. But I also look to 45 and saying, you know what, if this was, I don't know, I don't know if I want to say like a normal job, but a lot of people, do what they love for a long time, and I think that's one of the things that I'm fortunate that my body has been able to hold up. I had the internal brace at age 39 and was able to come back and have been able to pitch for the last 5 years successfully. And I think that's something, was a kind of a big opportunity for me to get back and have that health, really be a benefactor of it. But why do I do it? Because it's something that I've always had the passion for. Obviously, from a little kid, I wanted to play in the big leagues. And that's the dream of everybody's that grows up. And I grew up a Boston Red Sox fan, 15 minutes from Fenway Park. Went to a lot of Red Sox games as a kid. But, obviously you got to have the talent. And then when you have the talent, you got to put the work ethic into that. And that's something that I've always had. Is that work ethic to go out and continuously hone in with the craft and, become a pitcher, not a thrower. And that's something that's kind of evolved over time for me.
Yeah, and I mean, there you are last night. And of all places, though, pretty neat for you, the spot where in last month in 2005, you appeared for the first time as a major league pitcher at the age of 25, right? In Wrigley Field in relief of Greg Maddux, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Against the Florida Marlins. And thinking back, that was when the bullpens were on the field, and
right. Yes.
I was warming up here and launched a couple balls to the backstop, and I was anything coming into the game, and Ryan Dempster came over and, told me something funny. I remember he said something funny and gave me a cup of water, and I don't think any of the water stayed in the cup because my hand was shaking so much. But that's the human side of this game. It's kind of doing that walk, and anything that you do, the first time you do it, it's the experience that teaches you as we go through it. So, being able to put a lot of things in perspective over the days, the weeks, the months, the years, the decades, is that experience. And, you have to give in order to receive. So the effort is always going to be, the primary output that I'm giving, and the offer, the outcome is not always something that we're looking for necessarily, but it's really the joy and the effort and understanding that when that is at its peak, you can put your head on the pillow at night and know you did everything you could to be successful.
Rich Hill, Kansas City Royal pitcher, starter of last night. It was the first time since Bartolo Colon in 2018 that we saw a 45-year-old human start a game and pitch in a game in Major League Baseball right here on the Rich Eisen Show. So what are you doing at age 45? exercise, eating certain ways? I mean, is that it? Like a certain regimented lifestyle that you're living right now, Rich?
Yeah. So Jason Turner, a friend of mine from back home, who just started up his own strength and conditioning facility right out of Matt Duffy's training facility in Massachusetts. We worked together very closely. He was very fortunate that he took the time and was willing to be available and just work with me throughout this process in the off season. The so-called off season, the beginning of the season, where the work was being put in. So without him and that sacrifice that he made to kind of take time out of his day, I'll obviously be forever grateful for. And other guys, Mike Reinhold, Dewey at Champion Performance. There's a lot of guys. I was just very fortunate to have a lot of people in the right places and putting in that time and effort with me. And obviously with my wife Caitlin and our son Bryce, just their excitement to see this through and really be on board. I can remember we were in our son's bedroom and I told him, I said, "Hey, what do you think about the Kansas City Royals?" And he's like, "You got to do it." He's 13. So, that hit pretty hard too. So it was, something that you get to this age, I guess, in any part of your life with the experience and what you're doing, you do get a little bit nostalgic, but at the same time, as we just mentioned, coming here to Wrigley Field, you still have a job to do. Still got to go out there and execute pitches, attack the strike zone, get outs, and put the team in the best position possible to win a game, because that's what it is about. It's not about coming out here and having a ceremonial game. We're in the hunt to get into the playoffs and make something happen.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.